I almost forgot to do this. And I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Tuesday of Shooting the Breeze. This is episode 2. I have with us today, Shooting the Breeze with me, a very special guest, Mrs. Mama Mouse from Myers and the Mouse. Mrs. Mouse, how are you today?
I am doing good. Hello, hello. Sorry, I had a little bit of a double sound going on, so we had to fix that real quick. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Today is Tuesday, and getting things taken care of. I feel slightly accomplished today, but not completely. So
Good to
it's a
hear.
good day, though. Yes.
Good. How's everybody at home? The kids and Mr. Kelly, Mr. Mouse?
Everybody is doing well. Mr. Mouse, Kelly, is at work, and he called me earlier. Very, very, very busy. He's had a major addition to his job responsibilities given to him, and it's a pretty big deal in today's world situation.
Right.
And then, so he's kind of excited, but kind of stressed, kind of nervous. I don't know. It's, whatever. Taylor, totally consumed in Xbox. What more can we expect? And the girls, they both are essential, have essential occupations. And so they are both very, very busy at what they're doing. So the mouse house is pretty busy. So
yeah, essential. I know what that feeling. I guess I'm essential as well, according to this government here. I don't understand how, but okay. So I've been still working every day out in this what we're going through. So I just lost track. What was I going to say?
no, I do that all the time. I'll look at chat and I'll see something, and then it'll. Yeah.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you.
I'm with you.
You brought up your kids. So nobody's. Well, I know the two are old. I don't know how old Taylor is. So he's not being homeschooled right now, is he? Are they doing homeschooling?
Okay, so
distance learning.
Right. Enhanced learning. Because here's the situation. I personally think our district has done a phenomenal job in putting this together as quickly as they have, with as much support as out there. So, but our enhanced learning or homeschooling for the rest of the year is assignments that are given once a week, and there's one assignment per subject, and it is a this is what we're learning. Practice it, apply it. So we're learning how to add 2 + 2, and then we're actually using the numbers. 2 + 2 is 4, but then to apply it, it would be if each apple was $2 and you were at the grocery store to buy 2 apples, how much would you spend? 2 + 2 is 4. That's about as high as my mathematical skills go right this minute. So, so that's kind of what it is, but it's per subject, the main core subjects. And then there's a little something from his electives. Well, he's in the honors choir or honors orchestra. So he does that. He's pretty busy with his music, but nothing is graded. Nothing is expected to be turned back in.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's
so
different than us here.
Yeah, that's what my understanding is. And it's great in that the kids are learning because they want to be learning.
Right.
And I think the apply part is where they can really get into the learning. They're like, okay, my teacher taught me this, and I can apply this to Fortnite or whatever game that is all these kids play these days. And so they're able to take that information and put it back towards that area of interest in life. So it makes them become excited about learning and less pushback. Now, where Mr. Taylor and I are going to have to sit down and have some bonding time is over reading. I really want him to pick a novel that both of us can read, and we'll read it together. But I want him to continue to read as we move through this process, because I think that is the number one most important thing. I don't want us to lose ground when it comes to reading. So So that's our homeschool situation.
Well, before I get into mine, then let me really catch up the chat now. This double screen is helping out. Let me welcome in Dreamers Empire Dean. Welcome in LSU Mom. It's Joey's World. Hi Lisa. Hi Joey. Tracy Glenn. Sir, thank you for being here. Mike Wheeler, my man Mike. How are you? LSU Mom already said it's Joey's World. Walter Grams. Dougie, how are you, buddy? How is it over across the pond? Hope everybody's well over there. Uh, Disney Nerd Herders. Charlie, how are you, sir? Or is it Stacy? Either way, how are both of you? Mike Wheeler, I believe I caught up. Anybody working but listening? Yeah, this double screen ain't gonna work because I like to light up things. I like to do this. No, it's not working. What am I doing? Oh, what are we doing? Ah,
So,
there it is. Doing good. Well,
yay!
Yeah, so we are literally here doing it's called distance learning, but everything's graded every day. Oh yeah, every day, every morning we get sent. For instance, for my 7-year old and the 16-year old, every morning is sent an agenda, and you got to complete it by the end of the day. Now they give you some leeway. End of the day, meaning I think it's 8:30 at night. Everything needs to be turned in. And it's all graded. And there's attendance
Wow.
taken. You have to sign in by a certain time. If you don't, you're late. If you don't sign in at all, you count as an absent. So we're literally doing it. The governor just extended it now through April, all of April. We're going to take this a month at a time. I like it. I mean, my kids are doing all right with it. But like you said about your district, they put it together real quick. This program that we're using, and it's working well. If you needed a laptop or a Chromebook, the district gave you one, so nobody's left out. They're offering free internet and everything now.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, yeah. Our internet provider, Cox Communication, is offering. They're doing also a month at a time. They do 30 days of free internet, and the state of Rhode Island is offering free hotspots. So even if Cox stops with the free internet, everybody's going to have a hotspot through the state. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, they're making a big effort for this. I get the precaution and I agree with it. I just hope this. I'll just say it outright. This needs to end already. It's
Yeah.
There's a lot we're all missing out on, and I don't mean Disney itself, even though your trip is being moved, correct, or has to be moved.
My trip has been we do not have a current time or plan of when we're going to go, because even when they lift the travel restrictions and Disney opens back up, I'm not sure that Kelly will be in a position where he could just up and take a vacation right at that point. I think it's going to linger for him a little bit longer into the process. So we will get down there the second that we can, because we love it. So, but there is a trip planned in our future. There are several trips planned in our future. As soon as we can all travel again. So
Lisa wants to know, if you're late, does that mean you have detention at home, like clean the kitchen?
I saw that.
Yeah. 16. Well, you have two daughters, 16 years old, and I'm still trying to get her to wash a bowl. Just one cereal bowl, and I'll be a one happy camper.
Right? No.
I got a better chance with the 7-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah. We're booked for November, so we're a good distance out. 5P Project, welcome in, Ed, Mindy, thank you for being here. We're leaving here. We're booked from Thanksgiving Day on until December 4th or 5th, whatever it is. So,
oh wow, that'll be nice.
Yeah, we have a long way to think about. Are we going to have to cancel or anything? God, I hope not. That's a long way away, and for everything to be closed until then,
right?
Then something's not right.
Yeah, something's really wrong. Yes, absolutely. I'm hoping that we get to go at least once before the end of the summer. So we'll see
Yeah, I went in
how things
July. We
play
went
out.
in July last year, and I will never, ever again go in the
You don't like
summertime.
the heat?
Oh God, no,
Oh, I was a lizard in my past life.
no.
So they bring on the heat, bring on the sun. I got it. I just, yeah, I love being in the sun. I don't particularly like being in the snow. So, yeah,
Yeah, we
bring
didn't
it
get much.
on.
We didn't get much snow this year up here, so I enjoy snow. Welcome in Griswold Family Vacate. Thank you for being here. I love the snow, and we didn't get much of any of it. A couple of inches, and that was about it all winter. Uh, then again, we had an April Fool's storm, and that is tomorrow. Uh,
Oh,
back, we had a good 16 inches on April Fool's.
oh
Back,
no.
yeah, late 90s. I remember that storm very well. But
No, thank you.
yeah,
No,
you
thank
you guys
you.
have had your share of ice and snow out that way this winter.
You can keep both. No sun, no snow. I just want a nice mild day, says Walter Grims. Yes, Dougie, I am sure. He likes the in between.
I gotta do better with the chat. That's all I know with
Oh,
this.
you're totally fine. You're totally fine.
Oh
So,
man. Uh, so let's talk a little Disney. What is Mama Mouse's favorite ride?
ooh. Well, um, Rise of the Resistance is really cool, but I probably am still 100% in awe over the Flight of Passage. It just is so amazing. Avatar is my favorite current movie. Well, semi current movie, but current ish. And it's amazing. It is amazing. So I love it. In fact, I mean, we've ridden it like 4 or 5 times. And when we go down and we get in front of the herd of bison, I think is what it is, and you're coming up on that one, I still put my arm out to protect Kelly next to me. It's so amazing. Yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah,
it so much.
I've
But
only ridden that once,
oh,
unfortunately. Yeah.
it's amazing. So amazing. If I was going to give a little tip about that ride and getting on it, I would schedule it to be the very last thing you do right before the closing of Animal Kingdom, because it literally is a walk on. We've done that twice.
Wow.
And I mean, it's just as awesome as the last flight versus the first flight. It is great. It's amazing. And don't sit in the ends. You want to sit like towards the center, dead center, epic place to be. But on the ends, it's not quite so cool just because you lose the immersiveness from being around you.
Right.
It's, I love it so much. I love it, love it.
Yeah, we went. Like I said, I only rode it once. I had Ethan with me and my daughter. My wife's not a big fan of, actually, not a fan at all of anything with screens,
Hmm.
like Star Tours and Flight of Passage. She'll never go on. We try to show her on a big screen at home, see what it looks like um, from a point of view ride, and yeah, it'll never work with her.
So
But
she's not a fan of 3D movies, I take it.
no, not one bit. Well, I mean, here, I mean, I guess pretty much one of her favorite things is not Spectral Magic, Jesus, Phil Magic at
Hmm.
the Kingdom. So that doesn't bother her. Just the movement, a lot of movement.
Oh, yeah.
That won't
Yeah.
go.
I learned the amazingness of thrill rides okay, so Kelly and I met at an amusement park. We told that story on Steve's stream last night. Back then, I would ride anything. I loved roller coasters. I mean, it was just I was a thrill girl. Then we had children, and for one reason or another, when a mom has a kid, she develops fear. And I became very afraid that something would happen and I didn't have control of whatever the ride was. And so I kind of got away from the whole thrill ride thing, and I became the mom. You hold the bags, you stand at the bottom of the ramp, and you wait for everybody else to get off. It's just what you do. Then we went to Disney without the children. Oh, everybody should do that because it's amazing.
Yes,
You get to
there
eat
is.
what you want. You don't have to share it. You don't have to stop at the bathroom 100 times. You can change plans at the second moment, just and shoot across the park to do what you want, and you can ride the roller coasters. And this girl, 100% in love with roller coasters once again. So it was great. I rode oh my gosh.
Aerosmith.
Yes, Rock and Roller Coaster. Thank you. For the first time. And I didn't never saw what the ride was on a YouTube channel or anything like that. I was completely blind to what the ride was. The kids just tell me how much fun it was the last time we were there. So Kelly goes, let's ride Rock and Roller Coaster. I'm like, cool. So we get on and he goes, okay, it's a launch coaster. So you just have to hold your head back and it'll just take off really fast. I'm like, sweet. So Aerosmith starts counting down 5, 4, 3. He got to 2 and Kelly goes, oh, by the way, 1, it goes upside down. And I was like, what? And it was awesome. It was amazing.
Yeah, I love that ride. Me and my Michaela. I say my Michaela because you have one too, but me and
Yes.
Michaela. Yeah, that is our ride together. Is that Ethan finally went on it this year and he loved it. He was finally tall enough by about this much.
Oh,
Not a lot.
yay.
Mom won't go on, but I am not. It's funny with that ride because I am not a fan of anything that goes upside down because I suffer, well, knock on wood, used to suffer uh, very bad migraines like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Very bad. Knock on wood, it's been a long time. Um, but anything that would flip me over, I'd be done for the day.
Right.
So I tended to never go on roller coasters like that. But for some reason with Aerosmith, I don't know if it's because I don't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel it as much, and it never bothered me. So we do it good 3 or 4 times, every trip. But it's funny how you said when Kelly said, on one it goes upside down, and you're like, what? It reminds me of the first time Suzanne and I. Well, it wasn't the first time I went to Disney, but first time I took her on Everest, and she's another one doesn't like anything upside down, backwards, this and that. And I told her, and well, me and my brother-in-law both told her, oh, it doesn't go backwards, it doesn't do anything. It just turns around. It stops and it turns. Listen, when we got to the top, and I told her, and she's like, "Is this where it turns?" And we all start laughing. She can hear my brother-in-law behind us laughing. My niece is laughing. We're all laughing. You know what? It was funny for about 10 minutes, but when my wife wouldn't talk to me for another 6 hours, I guess it wasn't funny. But it's definitely something to talk about now. She will
Oh,
never. And that ride was the first ride Ethan ever rode in Disney. His first trip,
wow.
he was just tall enough. Was it? I'm sorry, his second trip. It was his first big ride. It was his second trip. He was just tall enough, and I think his hair was up. That got him on a ride. It was our first day on that trip. My in-laws. It was my in-laws' first trip. That's what it was. And it was our first day, Animal Kingdom. We rushed to Everest and put him on that. He was so petrified after the ride that everything we went on, including It's a Small World, he would ask, "Is this like Everest?" We would
Oh,
on double, "Is this like Everest?" Ethan, nothing is like Everest. There is no more like Everest.
no,
This, I love making memories, bad ones and good ones. Disney is so good for that. I know what's
it
his name has
is.
a question, and I have it here. What are you guys' first thing? What are you guys' first thing you do to start off each trip? At home or to start off a trip once we get there? Uh, Me, I drop off the luggage and head over to a park. That's what I do. and
Right.
that's after a 21-hour drive. So I don't
Do
know
you
about
drive
you.
straight through, or
Yeah,
do
we
you
do.
stop?
No, we don't stop. No, no. And I have a rule. You use the facilities when the car has to drink. So in other words, I ain't stopping unless I'm putting gas.
Nice.
For
Wow.
yeah, I'm cruel. I just want to get down there.
Well, hopefully you don't have an electric car because that could be a real problem.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Very large SUV.
When we drive, we stop in Nashville, which is about a little more than halfway. Um, okay, sorry. When we drive, we stop in Nashville, but the next time we go, if Tara goes with us, we might drive straight through and just shift drivers and get there. I just don't want to get there and be so exhausted that we don't feel like going to the park because we hit Magic Kingdom the second we get there.
Really?
Yeah. When we
Is
fly,
is
go
that
ahead.
always you always do Magic Kingdom first?
Always do Magic Kingdom first. Yep. And usually Tomorrowland is our first area. Um, if Space Mountain is not the first ride, it'll be the TTA and then probably Space Mountain. Just kind of depends on how the day rolls. But if we fly, you're not supposed to do this. So I'm not recommending you do this. But we sign up for the Magical Express. Words are hard today. So of course our luggage is automatically taken from the airport here in Kansas City, and the next time we see it is in our hotel room at the resort. The last time we went, we were supposed to do the Magical Express. We were going to be staying on property. I guess not the last time, it's the time before. And we have some friends. We made some friends down in Florida, and they said, "Hey, why don't we pick you guys up from the airport?" We were trying to get to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, and it started like 30 minutes before our plane landed. So we went over to the Magical Express area and said, "Hey, we have got tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary. We're not going to make it. So do you mind if, is it okay if we just go ahead and get our own ride to the resort? Because it takes forever for the Magical Express to get there and get your stuff and get actually to the park and then checked in and da. It's a process." So they said, "Well, we're not supposed to do this, but yeah, go ahead." And so they made sure they had our band scanned so that they knew that the luggage needed to get to the resort and what resort it went to. And then our friends picked us from the airport, and within 30 minutes of landing, we were at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. That was pretty awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, but typically it doesn't run that smoothly. So we did find we like having our car because we don't have to wait on transportation. And when you have a wheelchair and a scooter, that can be a real challenge because if there's already one person in a motorized scooter or even a wheelchair on the bus, you have to wait for another bus that doesn't have any for both Taylor and I to both be able to get on. Correct. It's a lot. So having our own car is much, much better for us in our setup.
Yeah, that's when people are, well, I have, my biggest positive is the money. It's so much cheaper to drive than to fly.
Absolutely.
But money aside, that is the biggest positive of us driving, is having our own car down there. Because I am not a fan of the buses. Monorail, I love. The boats are great. Just not a fan of the buses and waiting for the bus. Mm-hmm. We used to be morning to night people at the park. So, at the end of the day, everybody's waiting to get on that bus. And waiting for the monorail is bad enough. I am not going to get off the monorail and then go wait for a bus. No. That is the biggest plus of driving down. Yes, it's 21 hours. Suzanne will drive maybe 4 of it. So, do you drive any when you guys drive, or is it all Kelly?
Not typically. I'm sure it surprises everyone that Kelly's a bit of a control freak when it comes to the car. So,
really? I give the wheel up. Anybody want to drive, please.
No.
I need a break.
No, he likes to drive, and we actually I mean, it sounds ridiculous, so please don't judge, but we knew we were going to have to buy a new car when Taylor got his new wheelchair because
Yeah.
his new wheelchair wouldn't fit in the car that we had currently. And so when we went to go pick out the car, we were like, okay, this is what it has to have. It has to be able to fit the wheelchair. And we brought the wheelchair with us when we bought the car. It has to have really good car mileage, and it has to be comfortable because we want to buy this so that we can drive to Florida.
Right.
And so it met all of those wonderful little requirements. And that summer, we actually drove from Kansas to California. Then we came back, took the northern route home from California because we went through the Grand Canyon. We were home for a week and a half. We left and went to Florida and then came back to Kansas. And then a couple weeks after that, we left. We flew. How did that happen? We flew to Florida, and then the hurricane happened, and we ended up driving back to Kansas.
I remember that.
It was all kinds of crazy.
And you guys went live on that ride. You and Anto with that. That was. I popped on. I'm like, oh my god, they're driving and streaming. I gotta watch. This is great.
You know, people love it. Like, that is some of our top videos. Is them
right? A lot of views on that.
I know. And I'm like, I don't know what is so entertaining about Kelly's lack of the ability to actually drive effectively, or my calm and surreal self when a passenger in his vehicle.
Right.
So
we've only flown twice. A solo trip my wife and I did before, when you were saying do it without the kids. We did it for our 10-year anniversary. Oh, it was fantastic. And not even so much the rides, because she doesn't do all the rides. There was a few I did alone. But just the time I took in all the stores, the time I took in World Showcase in Epcot, I spent a whole day just relaxed, walking at my pace, every store. I love shopping, so me and Jenna would get along perfect. I love shopping in Disney. It's great. So yeah, that trip was we flew that one because it was only a 4-day trip, and we flew it this past July because, again, it was a short trip. Short trips, I don't think I'd ever drive, but somebody just brought up a good point. Griswold Family McKay, I know, trying to get to it. Night traveling is the best with kids. It is. We've always done it. I agree. We've always left here when they were younger. Let me rephrase that. When they were younger, we used to leave here about 6 in the evening. So they, after grabbing something to eat, watching a couple of movies, they'd be passed out.
Yeah.
By 10 o'clock. So the whole night, it's just me driving alone. My wife would be passed out after 20 miles. So I don't even, she falls asleep real quick. But nighttime is definitely the best. How do your kids do in the field? I know they're older a little bit now, but.
Yeah, well, even though they're older, we can't put all three of them in the back seat because no one will live long enough to get to where we're going, whether it's 20 minutes or it's 2 days. I'm just telling you. And it's the two older ones that are the problem. It's not the younger one. But when they were, we didn't drive when they were little. So I don't know. When we booked ours, I say booked, when we strategized our drive down, we were thinking, okay, we're going to hit Nashville we're going to hit St. Louis at this time. Well, we don't want to be traveling through St. Louis at that time of day because we'll never get anywhere. So we arranged our trip as far as what time we left and where we stayed on rush hour traffic for the different locations that we would have hit. So we don't do, since it's up to Kelly and what he wants to do as far as driving and time of day, and because he's the one that usually does the driving. I could care less. I don't like to drive in heavy traffic. So I'm totally fine.
And you said St. Louis, is that for you guys?
St. Louis is really bad on the way. And then Nashville was bad, but we usually made sure we stopped there. You're going to make me think about the route now, and I'm very geographically challenged. So,
but because we have DC, we hit Washington D.C. area. and I learned my lesson one trip that never leave at that hour. I think it was a 7 in the morning trip. We decided, let's just leave early in the morning. And boy, I hit DC traffic, right after everybody's leaving from work, and it was brutal. Virginia's
Yeah.
brutal at that hour. I would never leave here again early in the morning. It's nighttime, or I'll leave here in the afternoon. By the time we hit that New York, not New York, I'm sorry, but the time we hit DC, should all be clear and it's smooth sailing from there. Carolinas are boring as hell. Heck, I'm sorry. Zip
Okay.
slip.
Whoops. It's a location. It's okay.
Yeah.
Um,
What is Disney?
Griswold family said that they drove to Destin. I have been to Destin once, and I was okay. So, can I tell my Destin story really quick?
Sure.
Sorry. Okay,
No,
so we
please.
went with my mother-in-law, and
First, tell me what Dustin is.
Destin is in Florida. It's on the
All right.
Gulf side.
All right. Now,
Yeah.
I'm caught up now. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. So we get to Destin and life is good. And my mother-in-law she's a great lady. She's very proper. Okay. So we're at the beach and having a fantastic time. I was very disappointed, because they did not have any seashells. I was like, how does the ocean not have seashells? Tell me how this is even a thing. Well, apparently, so I'm told, you have seashells if you're on the ocean side, but you don't if you're on the Gulf side, I guess. I don't know. They didn't have any shells though.
Huh.
I know. I was like, what? So anyway, we're having a great time. We're bodyboarding or boogie boarding or whatever they call it. It was like a mini tiny surfboard, and you did it up on the waves on the shore. So anyway, we did that. And there was these kids, and they were playing with something in the water. And I wasn't paying attention to it. And Kelly's like, oh, look, there's a little jellyfish. The kids are playing with the jellyfish. I'm like, oh, that's cute. Went on my merry way, splashing the waves on my little board thingy. And I fall off, and a wave comes in, and the jellyfish the children were entertaining decided to go for a swim down my bathing suit, and it got caught between my bathing suit and my skin. Oh my goodness. If anybody tells you that a jellyfish doesn't hurt, they have never been stung by one, because I will tell you it is the worst thing ever. It was, oh my gosh. I come out of the water, and this is family friendly, but I come out of the water, and I was becoming less clothed as I moved up shore. And my mother-in-law comes and wraps a towel around me. And of course, everyone's like, well, because you know what they say to neutralize the acid, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So everyone's telling Kelly, well, this is what you have to do. And I'm like, I don't think so. So I'm not in that much pain.
You can all go Google it if you don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyway, I'm convinced we were the only family that lived in Kansas that owned a bottle of jellyfish sting spray.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was from that trip. When we got back to the hotel, the tentacles were still actually interwoven into my bathing suit. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, so there you go. There's my Destin story. Oh, Lord. Yes, today is National Wear Your Ears Day. Did you know that?
I did not. I'm really bad in this chat. I'm still holding a question here from
Oh,
Disney Burger.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm talking too much.
It's so no, please. This is why I love having everybody on. I tell everybody that's been on with me. I tell them after, so I'll tell you now. I could never do this by myself. I give so much props, you included, you and Kelly, who just, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but just talk to the camera, talk to the chat. I can't. I stop sweating. I stop. Yeah, I love this communicating, hearing stories, getting to meet everybody. This is why I'm doing it. I hope everybody's liking it. I love hearing stories, so please, if you got them, share them. But I am awful in the chat. So we start each trip with breakfast at Crystal Palace. Do you have a family tradition where you start each Disney trip? a certain way. Uh, we don't do a certain part the first day. I am I forgot who was on before. Was it Kelly? No, it was Jeff from This Our Dreams. I have my agenda. I make my agenda before we leave. This day, this park. This day, we're eating here. Yes, I laminate it like Steve would, and it's up on the wall when we get to the hotel. So I we don't have any certain traditions. It's whatever the hours are, or the only tradition I have is I need to eat polite pig at least 3 times a trip. That's my tradition in my note. I need my brisket and ribs from polite pig at least 3 times.
How do you base which park you're going to do on which day? Is it by extra magic hours, by fast passes?
I base it by the hours, by the time. Yeah, the extra magic hours do help, but I base it by if what time a park's going to close on a certain day. If we're going to do the Christmas party, that'll count as another Magic Kingdom day. We tend to do trips 7 days, 7 8 days. So it's Magic Kingdom 3 times, Epcot twice, and one for each of the other one. But we haven't been to Hollywood Studios with Star Wars yet, so I'm sure that's going to change. I'm sure I'll probably go there more than once myself, being a big Star Wars fan.
It's pretty
But
great.
but right now, that's what we do. So I just base it on that, and then the dining reservations too is based on where we are and what park, and fast passes. Well, fast passes for the days.
Right. Right. We we do Epcot half day and Animal Kingdom half day. I
Really?
know everybody's like, wow, you only do Epcot for half a day. Um, it just isn't our cup of tea. It just isn't. I mean, it's cool though to go around the. I don't know. I'm just too. I don't know what I am.
Really? That
But
that has become my favorite park of all time. It really has. Uh, and I guess it's based on the first time I ever went to Disney. We didn't even go into World Showcase. The first time we went to Epcot, my wife is the one that introduced me to Disney. It was actually her first trip too. She was going down with her family. We were just dating, 8 9 months, whatever it was. And she's like, "You want to go?" I said, "Sure, why not?" But I was one of those skepticals that was, "What am I going to go do in Disney?" You're going down with your family who have little kids. I was one of those that Disney is for children.
Mhm.
So, I ended up going and got bit by that bug. I know we got home and I was already booking another trip for, a year later. But again, Epcot, we were in Future World back then. It was really Future World. And
Mhm.
I said, this isn't for me. I feel like I'm back in school. I don't want to be here. We ended up leaving. I didn't even know what World Showcase was until we went for our honeymoon. That's that's when I was like, wow, this is great. This is all me is out and I love Test Track, love Soarin', love Living with the Land, all the rides. But I could spend all day in World Showcase.
More showcase. Is it the
Yeah.
food, the shopping, or
It's just the surroundings. Don't get me wrong, the food helps. If I could stand up, I'd show you the food helps. It's everything. It's the smells, the sounds in every country. Again, the smells. I already said the food, the surrounding, the cast members. Just hearing the cast members. When you go into France, and you sometimes wonder if they're actually talking about you or something. But it's like, you know, but, but even that in general, just everything about it, you know, it really addicted me to Epcot. I'd go 3 times in a trip, but I guess
that's
we have to
cool.
do, I guess we have to do Animal Kingdom at least once.
Yes, you have to do Flight of Passage.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that again. I can't wait to see Star Wars. It's tough. ATJH Travels, welcome in. I know I'm just catching on to the stream here. I have missed a lot, haven't I?
I'll be quiet and let you catch up.
Yeah, there's a lot to read here. You want to help? Uh, it's
Sure.
a, last time we drove down, I'm looking for it to pop up. Last time we drove down, we picked my wife off from work and drove to Destin. The wife drove to Monroe, Louisiana, and I drove the rest. Once we were out of Dallas, it wasn't that bad at all. Talking all gibberish because that's a whole pot of country I know nothing about. But no, but I know what you're saying. That's a lot of driving too, right there.
Lisa says, no, we have tons of shells on our side of Florida, the west side. So much you got to have shoes on. What? How come I
That,
didn't get any shells then?
yeah, you want shells? Come up here to New England if you want some shells.
That's cold water.
I guess for now.
For now.
Come in August. It's not that bad.
But that's where my Florida sun is in August.
Oh, forget that. Florida in August. Oh, God, I could feel it already.
I love it. I love it so much. We had a day last week before last, that it was like 65, maybe 70 degrees. I sat outside in the front of my house and literally got sunburned. I was in heaven.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
that's my weather. 70 degrees is my weather, 75. You start hitting 85, 80, 85, it's already, turn the AC on as high as it can go.
Yep. Sounds like my dad.
Oh, God, I hate it.
Mike says something about shark teeth. I had a comment for that. Here we go. Where is it? Oh,
Oh, yeah, I got it. You get more. Yeah, here we go. Marsha Brady, not Marsha Brady, Cindy Brady. She sells seashores by the seashore. Yep, you get more seashells and shark teeth in Miami, Florida, and on the Gulf side, but not much on the Atlantic side.
okay. So do you know why you get shark's teeth? I mean,
I don't.
it's because there are sharks. And I don't particularly want to share my swimming atmosphere or area with a shark who may or may not have loose teeth. It's just crazy.
Yeah, we've been getting a few up here, up in New England, a lot more than when I remember when we were children. They're, they're, they've closed a lot of beaches up here during the summer for sharks.
Really? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yep.
We were talking about moving to Florida, and I thought, I was thinking about whether my family would be very accepting of it or not. Not my children, but my parents. And the other day I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know what? It's going to be my luck. Mom's going to say, you better not go down there. You're going to swim in the ocean, get bit by a shark. And sure enough, I would get in the ocean and get bit by a shark, just so the sharks could prove her right, is why that would happen. So, but yes, I don't plan on being lunch for any sharks.
I don't go in the water much, to be honest with you. Pools are nice, but even the ocean up here, and not because the water's cold, uh, just not. I'm just not a water person. I'm really not. For my world shake, for me, World Showcase depends on if there is a festival. If there is one, much more exciting. Yeah, Tracy, we've to this day the only festival out of all our trips we've never caught is the art one, which I would love because I love anything Disney, but the art I truly adore. I got like two little, not much art, but sketches behind me here. Uh, but food and wine is our go-to. Yeah, that and a Christmas one. I don't even know if I'm not even sure there's a name to it. I think there is, but the one right after food and wine is they have that little Christmas festival. Less booths, just as good food, but not as busy.
I think it's Festival of the Holidays. Is that right?
I can't remember.
So, we've been to Flower and Garden, which is typically the time of year that we go. And then we've been to Food and Wine. And the only thing I was disappointed in Food and Wine was in myself and my lack of willingness to try new things. I think if I would have just, forked out the extra money, if I was or was not going to eat it all, I would at least have gotten the experience. So I think next time that we go and it's Food and Wine, I'm going to really make myself open up and try new things.
Yeah. See, we always do the dining plan. So uh, I don't snack throughout the day. So my snacks get all saved up. My wife's the same thing. She doesn't snack. She'll have a Starbucks, some big large thing that they drink. Her and my daughter. And Ethan hates sweets. Hates popcorn. He doesn't. So we're lucky when it comes to the food and wine festival. We have all the snack credits to use up. And we take one day of the Epcot day, and we'll use a good 20 snacks, or me myself, and I'll just try everything. At worst, if I don't like it, I'll throw it out. Granted, I paid for the dining plan, or if it was free, but I don't feel like I'm losing. I'm not pulling my wallet out on my credit card, you know, to
Hmm.
purchase it. So I don't feel like I'm losing much if I don't like it. But yeah, food and wine. Oh yes, can't wait.
The arts one, the only thing like I would really love to see is the 3D chalk drawings on the concrete.
Yes, I
Just the
saw.
whole Mary Poppins thing. I just that'd be so cool.
We had one up here in Boston once. There was an artist going around doing those, and those things are amazing. They just standing on them, they freak you out a little bit. It's like, is this real, or is it just a drawing?
If I could only draw like that.
Right. During school vacation in June through August, we've adapted to the summer heat in Florida. Yeah. See, we're lucky, Charlie. I don't mind pulling the kids out of school. I'm not one of those parents that will only go in the summertime because kids have school. This is just my opinion. Please don't attack me for it, but they make up their work. I could see if they had bad grades, or we're going to have an issue, but we don't. So and never have. They take work with them. They do it in a car on the way down, uh, and they do it the rest of it on the way up. Well, some of it. So I can't. I can't. I just can't do the summertime. I understand for the ones that's the only time they can go. Mike Polito, thanks for being here. Welcome in. You've been here for a while now. I'm really bad at this chat thing, but yeah, I
You're
don't
doing
mind.
great.
I definitely don't mind pulling my kids out. We can't go. I'll use the excuse for this one. I mean, it's almost over, but we can't go in the fall or towards the end of the summer because Michaela, she plays on a varsity soccer team, has been since freshman. So we can't go during soccer season. We have to
Right.
wait. We have to find out. Well, now we just book as late as possible for us, but we would have to find out like when's the championship game supposed to be scheduled, or playoffs for that reason. We literally left. There was a playoff game one day, a championship game one day. We left the next day just because of the soccer season. We can't miss that.
That's where you have that bittersweet. I want you to win, but then I don't. But I want you to win, but then I don't.
Oh, Suzanne. Well, Suzanne's already counting the days. She's always wanted to go during Halloween, which is October. Again, October soccer season. So Michaela has her senior year left after this one. So she already knows 2022. Actually, no, next fall, 2021. She wins out. It's her birthday. It's her 40th in October. It's 2021, which is the 50th of Disney World,
Right.
and no soccer, so we can go for Halloween. So she wins. That's
You've got to do Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. It is amazing. Like, so amazing. We should have gone twice because we didn't get to see everything the one time that we went. But
we've
it's
only. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine.
Tina, welcome in. Team Marie Photography, and I saw Lena's here. Lena, paper, scissors, and vacations. Oh my! I guess she's been looking for you because she found you. This is where Mama
Yeah, I
is.
sent her a Twitter message. She may not have gotten it. It's my
Uh,
fault. Hi,
we've
Stevie.
only. Oh, Stevie Lee's here too. Stevie
Yes.
Lee. Hey, welcome in, Stevie Lee. Um, we've only done one trip. One trip. Oh my God, we've only done one party, and that was the Christmas party a couple of years ago. I was always against it, spending the extra money.
Mhm.
And right now it's a lot of money for 4 people to go to one of those parties. Um, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm one of those, you know, let's do it once at least. So you could say you did it, and that's what it was. We did it. I enjoyed it. But I agree with what you just said, doing it twice, because we waited in line an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes to take a picture with the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, that's almost half the party.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And during that whole time, Ethan and Michaela rode Barnstormer. I think it was 37 times in a row. They kept counted. 37 times in a row they rode Barnstormer, because that's where we were waiting for the Seven Dwarfs in that area. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Ethan is,
awesome.
but we plan on doing the trip, I keep calling it the trip, the party again this year. Because now I just want to go. I want to just go do the rides. Forget pictures. I love pictures. I got millions of them with characters. But I already told Suzanne, let's do it again. Spend the money, but I just want to do rides. I just want to do rides. Get the free candy, free food, whatever they offer during the Christmas party, and just do that. The Halloween party I am looking forward to, because to me that is my favorite parade for a party.
Yes.
I enjoyed that one so much more when I see Josh stream it, so much more than the Christmas one. And I've seen the Christmas one live, but that Halloween, it's more the music. I love that score over the Christmas one.
And that's why we should have done it twice. We didn't get to see the stage show or the parade at all, because our focus, unfortunately, was to ride as many rides as we could, especially the big rides like Mine Train, and get as much candy as we could. And we were very successful in both of them. When we got back to the hotel and we dumped out the candy, because we were with a group of people. Well, everyone decided that Taylor needed more candy. So when we got back and we dumped out all the candy that everybody had given to Taylor, it covered the queen size bed in our hotel room. It was that much candy. It's insane.
How long did it take you to eat it all?
It was gone before the new year.
Right.
That child can slam down some candy in a hurry.
Eat it on the drive home.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, that was part of it. We were going to give it away. Actually, we were going to take it to Give Kids the World, because we were supposed to fly home.
Right.
And it was too heavy to take it on the plane. So when we ended up driving back, he got to keep all of his candy. So, but, it was so fun though. Oh my gosh, it was so fun.
Yeah. I will definitely do the Halloween party at least once. When we go down in October next year, definitely going to do that. But there's going to be so much going on with the 50th anniversary and everything. I'm sure there's going to be so much extra going on. That Charlie says that you could do the Halloween party in August. I'm one of those. I think the Halloween party starts way too early. I think the Christmas party starts early myself too. I mean, you're celebrating Halloween in August.
We went to the one in August. And the thing that I noticed between what I see online, like from Josh or the other people that stream the Halloween party, is that less people were dressed up for the Halloween party in August than they are for the ones in October. Yeah.
Right. I mean, who's going to, it's 98 degrees with 100% humidity. What are you going to wear?
Right. Tinkerbell.
Right. Well.
Oh, let's see.
Yes, Tracy, if everybody hit the thumbs up button, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Hit the like button there.
Disney Nerd Herders, we need to connect about dates, because it would be so fun to go to the Halloween party with you guys.
Are you guys down there at the same time or planning on it?
We're getting season passes. So we're going to come down. We plan on doing a lot of short trips, like 3-4 days trips. We'll do our original 10 to 14 day, and then we'll do those shorter trips throughout the year. So we're hoping so that we have that flexibility. We can say, hey, Disney Nerd Herders are going to be there on this date. And so we'll fly down and spend a couple days and then fly back. Not that, I mean, they may not want to spend time with us, but it was just an example that I used.
No, Charlie, were you kidding me?
I shouldn't invite myself into people's lives, but
Oh,
I'll have to tell you, I have a lot of respect for Charlie and his family. Um, I saw them when they I started watching them when they were when they first started out, and the things that they have been through and the things that they have overcome, and they're just a great family to watch. It's amazing. I have so much respect for them. So if you're
I,
not subscribed to them, please go check them out.
yes, please
Sorry.
do. I've had no, please. I've had the privilege of meeting them in person. Him and Stacy, and Avery. Avery was with him. We met up with them and Steve and Shep Ryan from Shep family, and great people. I mean, you all look. Again, I use the term inspiration, and you all are. But where was I going with this? You all, this brings up to yesterday extreme real quick. Not yes, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was. And you read my comment. Uh, what you all do is needed. Okay, I needed all of this, to not to get by, but it to me this is all I need. All the streams you do, Kelly, you and Kelly, this our dreams. Welcome in, by the way, as I was just thinking of you. uh, Charlie and Disney Nerd Herd is and Stacey, all of you, Dean and PTV, the this and that guys. It's all a need. I can't explain the need, and when I do, people look at me like, okay, you need air, you need water. Yeah, okay, I get that, but I need this.
Yeah, you need
You know,
emotional. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I do. Because there is no way to explain it. Because like Suzanne and I, when we found Resort TV One, we can only go to Disney once a year if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we're a family, paycheck to paycheck. Like many people in this country, and we put aside what we can to go to Disney when we can. But we are truly uh, Disney addicts. We are. I mean, everything in our house. And she'll walk into CVS and like, oh look, this something pretty that's Disney. I'll bring it home. It's one of those addictions. It really is. So Resort TV One is, kills a lot of that. I'll say thank God for them and their streaming. And then
Right.
we found Corey, and then we found you guys and Charlie. Everybody's different. Everybody
Mhm.
has that little bit different in them that we enjoy watching. You
Right.
know, we need Disney, but it's turned more than just Disney. The streams, the positive streams that you do on Saturdays. Is it Saturdays or Sundays? I'll get into that in a second.
Saturdays. Yeah.
That I enjoy listening to that. We need that. The fun shows that PTV do with Jim and Rob Fuzz and all of that. It's all Disney inspired, but it's different. Everything is
Mhm.
this and that. There is nothing more different than the this and that crew. And I mean
When we
that.
first, oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? There is nothing more different than those core.
Yes,
This, you know.
they're goofballs for sure. They're fun though.
Oh,
Um, One of the things that when we first started our channel, we are very good friends with Touring the Galaxy.
yeah.
And John, when we were talking about, YouTube and asking for pointers and how we could better our channel, the one thing he consistently said was, you do you. And we were kind of talking about that before the stream. It's not us trying to mimic what anybody else out there is doing. We had to find what was us. And Kelly and I think, we have the love and marriage side of our streaming, and we have my train wreck of crafting experiences, and then Kelly and the boys. And so I'm like, are you hanging out with the boys tonight, honey? And he goes and does his whatever the boys do on YouTube
Yeah.
while I'm playing games on my phone usually. But it took us a second though to find out what was us. When he said, well, you just do you. I'm like, well, I don't know what me is. And then people started to tell us, you're real. You know, you're just real. And I'm like, well, I don't know that that's good. Like before Steve's stream, Kelly and I were having a I don't even know what you call it, a moment. And we don't yell and scream at each other like that. Just doesn't happen. We just get annoyed and we're just annoyed. So he was annoyed because when I fixed the washing machine, for those of you that weren't on Steve's stream last night, when I fixed the washing machine by myself, thank you very much, I was dumping water into the toilet because I had to scoop all the water out of the washer and then dump it down into the toilet. And I leaned over to dump it, and the earbud came out and landed in the toilet. So I very quickly grabbed it out, rinsed it off really quick, shook it out, and put it in a glass of rice. Well, Angela knows about this because she was on the phone with me when I was praying that it worked. So right before Kelly got home, I went in and I hooked up the earbuds and I put them in, and it worked. And I'm like, yes! I mean, Angela and I were seriously celebrating the fact that I was not going to get killed. I don't know that I told Angela this. The next morning, I went out and went to stream and put the earbuds on, and it did not work. So I was busted, and because we had Steve's stream. So, and I tried, I called Verizon and I'm like, hey, I really need to get this replaced before my husband gets home from work. It was a no-go. So I got busted. I had to confess all of my sins of the toilet and his earbuds. And he was annoyed. He's like, I can't even tell you how annoyed I am. I said, nope, I understand how annoyed you are. It's okay. So, and that was pretty much the end of it, except I made him wear these little cheap Walmart brand of earbuds for Steve's stream. And the whole time it's cutting in and out. Like I was like, don't you even say a word. He's just, every time I cut out, he'd look at me and just, I'm like, oh, stop. Oh, so anyway.
He's got that face. This faces he makes to you personally that I crack myself up. Like, that's just me. That's me and Suzanne. It's like, I have, the same eyes. You can tell by the eyes.
Yeah, I know.
Kelly, you brought up being, just being you. I don't know what I have yet. I don't know what I am, going to do or what I'm doing. I came up with 2 names for 2 shows, but I just this is what I like. If I don't have somebody on, I might be in trouble. And I'm afraid that I probably won't like doing any of this. So that's why, when I reached out to you, it's like, I need to, I was telling my wife, I'm like, I need somebody on. I can't, I'm like, I haven't found yet what I want to, what I am. So, but again, there's 13 people watching. So hopefully you guys are all, somewhat liking, entertained. I am so open to advice and suggestions. You can send them over on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Do you have your links for that in your description?
I don't. There's a lot I have to fix. I was talking to Dole Whip Dad earlier, and he told me, he's like, I was clicking on your link on Instagram and it's not active. I'm like, oh, great. Okay. So there's one thing I need to look at. So I already got home. I told my daughter, I'm like, Michaela, you got to help Dad. We got to activate something. I don't know. There's a lot I'd like to buy. I want to stop buying. This is the mic I'm using, is this little thing on the headphones, and lighting I don't need because I got plenty of light. All this light that's coming in is from 3 windows I have in this room. I'd like to help myself a little bit, maybe a different camera because I'm just using the camera on the computer. But
one of the things when we first started out, what might have been Jeff, he was like, don't go buy $1,000 worth of equipment for your studio. What you have will work just fine. And we were looking up on a few other YouTube channels about how to have a YouTube channel. And they kind of said the same thing that, you know, you don't have to go buy this $3,000 camera and this $400 mic and all of this stuff in order to start your YouTube channel. And we have a little, we got it at Walmart, webcam. That's what we're using right now. Is this little webcam that we got, and we've slowly added little things in. We had a photography company. We it's a long story, but we had the lighting and the backdrops and all of the professional stuff from when we did photography. And so we were able to incorporate that in, you know, for some lighting, or especially downstairs when I had the craft room downstairs, or even when the studio was downstairs. We've changed locations 3 times on the studio. I think we found the right space now. So, but just now we're starting to kind of invest a little bit. If you're going to do vlogs, if you're going to record things and make them into videos and then upload them, you've got to have a decent computer for that. And people, that is the one thing I'm just, to save yourself frustration, zip slips, and tears, you got to have a decent computer that has enough space in it, because Kelly's laptop is like a dinosaur slow. It's horrible. It's worse than dial-up was back in the day.
Right.
So we did invest a nice amount of money into an actual desktop. We've only had it for a week? Has it been a week? Something like that. So we don't have our videos up on it yet, but this thing is like zippity fast, and I don't have to wait a year for it to load. And anyway, that's the only thing that like I felt like we had to have in order to be successful, was a decent computer to be able to edit video.
Yeah, I do all my every video you've seen on my channel is done on my phone. I use iMovie and that's it. So
You edit on your phone too?
yeah,
Wow, that's cool.
yeah. It's go watch my videos. It ain't much there, but you know, but I enjoy doing the vlogs. You know, a little bit. I do enjoy more of this, and I want to start live streaming mobile. You know, like you guys do, like Josh does. You know, there's a lot to see up here in New England, and I'd like to go out there and stream it once it gets warmer. Angela, is that DOD? I can't even see right now. The sun is
Yes.
so bright in my eyes.
Yeah, Angela.
And Pam was here. Pam's fam. Thanks for being here. I don't know if I missed anybody else.
The first thing that we invested in was a gimbal. And our gimbal, it wasn't too expensive, but that does make a huge difference in quality, because you're either walking along or you're gimbaling along, and it does make a really big difference.
My
Except
wife,
the gimbal.
yeah, my wife actually bought me one for Christmas. My wife supports me somewhat, and I think she's listening. No, she does. She's one of those, and just like whatever she likes to do, and I'm not interested in it. It's don't stop doing it. Just do it. Just don't. If I don't want to be like she doesn't want to be in streams or vlogs or whatever, and that's fine. I respect that, but she'll never she'll support me in that way. Just go do what you want to do. She before we started, she was already telling the kids, "Quiet, Dad's going to go on soon." And she bought me my gimbal for Christmas. So
Hey, double score. And I hear your wife is very fond of sports.
My wife is, yes, I am one lucky guy to be married to a woman that loves every sport. Yeah. Football, especially, in hockey. Baseball, not so much. But I mean, she'll sit there and watch it if I have it on, or maybe she won't watch it. Maybe she'll be on her phone. But yeah, her and her Patriots is you and your those guys.
Chiefs.
Yeah, those
Yes.
that them.
Yes. I enjoy NFL,
Yeah.
Chiefs, obviously. The only football team there is, as we all now know, because they are the champs. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And college basketball, K-State or KU, and hockey. I've been to one hockey game. We went live. to see it. Like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, wow. I was pregnant. And so everybody's probably giving me dirty looks. But anyway, I was pregnant, obviously pregnant, and standing up there with the best of them and like, go, come on, hit him in the face.
That's so funny, Mama. I'll tell you, because the first game I ever took Suzanne to, he was 8 months pregnant. No, yes, because Michaela was born in July. She had to have been 8 months pregnant to a Bruins playoff game. That's funny that you mentioned that. I'm telling you, because I said it before on another stream. Used to sports wise would get along perfectly.
We're going to have some fun of football season. I have to make sure you're on our stream so we can hear each other in the background supporting our teams.
Oh, she's a screamer. She is like, I'm telling you, she'll scream. She screams at the TV. I'm one of those. I rather watch it alone. Just let me watch the game, please. Even the Super Bowl. I can't watch the Super Bowl with people. I was watching the stream you guys had on because you had Joey on, and I remember you had Joey. Did you have Pete on it back then? No. Was Pete on?
He might have been on. Yeah,
I think Pete was on. Because I like busting, Kelly's chops. That it's like, because if it wasn't for that, I would have been just like in a bedroom alone with the TV on, a cup of soda and some chips maybe, but that's just me.
In the living room screaming at the TV.
Listen, not to bring up a sore subject, well, your Chiefs weren't there, but the Falcons and Patriots game, I went to bed because I get up at 3 a.m. I said, this game's over. If it wasn't for her screaming, I would have never gotten up to go watch the rest of the game when it was the fourth quarter when they came back. So, so I let her do all the screaming. If I go to bed, it'll give me a heads up to get up or not.
Right.
Griswold,
yeah. Love my sports. It's 4:15, 4:12 your time. Are we running out of time?
I have no time, but I am going to start cutting it because I have to make dinner. I cook. I do most of the cooking, so I am going to stop. I have no set time. I do feel bad because Dole Whip Dad is on, so I am going to send everybody over to Jeff and Dole Whip Dad. He went on it. He's got this new thing going because he's home. He's doing his home stream with his wife I forgot her name. I feel bad right now. Okay, Dole Whip Dad and this is Dole Whip.
I want to say Stacy, but I'm not sure that that's right.
No, I think that's Charlie's. That's Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, Paula.
Paula, that's it. Yeah. Yes.
Paula.
Yes. Thanks. Everybody's chiming in now. Paula. Great. After we both froze with our faces.
Right. We're in trouble
now. Yeah. So, everybody, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. A big special thanks to you, Mama Mouse. Is it Yvonne or Ivone?
It's Ivone.
Ivone. Okay.
So long I, silent E, and long O. So Ivone.
But that's the funny known as Mama Mouse.
Yes. And that's just kind of what it is. Everybody's, oh, hey, Mama. So, yeah. Kelly's the YouTube daddy, and I guess I'd become the YouTube mommy.
I hear he's dissing that daddy, too. I see that on the stream a lot.
Yes, he is the dissing that daddy. He's a hot mess is what he is. I'll just sum it up with that. So.
Well, I'm going to let you shout out your own channel and what you guys do and everything before I do my housekeeping. So, floor is yours.
All right. Well, Wednesday at 4:30, right? 4:30 Central Time is Preserving the Magic. And tomorrow we're going to do a really cool springish type activity. I'm looking forward to that. And then Thursday afternoons at 4:00. This is all Central Time. We have Diz Our Dream we have Dreaming with the Mouse with Diz Our Dream and Kelly and I. And then Saturday is Myers and the Mouse time. And I think we're actually going to start doing like this little game thing where we're going to add a stream to our week and invite other channels on to play games like we did with Diz Our Dream last Saturday.
I saw that. What was that? The Pyramid.
Pyramid, yes. It was fun.
God, I used to watch the show when I was homesick from school. Like, oh, this is on at like 10 in the morning, sitting at grandma's house.
Yeah, now you're dating me. Yeah. Grandma was watching it. Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah,
it was fun. So yeah, that's what we got. what we've got going on.
Awesome. Awesome. Yes, definitely. If you haven't subscribed, which I'm sure you all have already, to what's your subscription number right now is these guys are up almost what 1,200.
You know, I don't know, to be quite honest. I don't. It's just fun. I do it for fun,
No, I, yeah, me too.
and no, that sounds bad. And
1,240 something because that's all I can see.
all right,
But
there we
yeah,
go.
that's a heck of a number. Yeah, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please go subscribe to them. Great family, Kelly and Mama and the kids. What is it? It's Tara, Michaela, and Taylor.
Taylor.
Correct? Go check them out. And we have some other friends that I want you guys to check out. This Our Dream, Jeff and Angela. They, I know they go on every Saturday at 11 o'clock. Another great family in what they do. They do the pin trading. I'm not a big pin guy, but I enjoy watching. Uh, and they do. You're muted, Mama. I lost you.
Oh, am I really?
Oh no, you're back.
Oh, okay. I
Whatever
said
you said right before that. Yeah, not a pin guy. Never was a pin guy. But what else I got? I'm sorry, I'm reading off my notes here. I want to shout out to Rob Fuzz. Check him out on Fridays. He's got Pub Talk at 4:30. Via Pre Project, you need to go check them out. Ed and Mindy. They have a couple of great shows, sessions, and hangouts. I did have the times here Mondays at 10 with hangouts and Saturdays at 7 with sessions. Uh, the This and That crew, I could sit here and start streaming, shouting out everybody. Disney Nerd Herders, go check them out. They're on every Wednesday at 7. They were the first channel to have me on, and I owe them a lot for that. I appreciate it. That's what really got me like, wow, that was fun. I got to do this. So, Charlie, I totally appreciate it. It's Joey's World. Go subscribe to It's Joey's World. Go check them out. Uh, great family. Keith, Lisa, and Joey. Joey especially. I can't wait. There's a lot of people I am dying to meet. I know this face to face on stream is great. Uh, it'll get me by until I get to shake everybody's hand and give a hug. But nobody, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, nobody more than Joey. I cannot wait to meet that man in person.
he's
I've
amazing.
told, I've told him on a stream. He was on a stream with us a couple of Saturdays ago. It was my first Saturday morning wake up, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait for this trip coming up because I'm hoping Keith just popped in, Joey's best bud. He knows I've told him straight out that we got to find a way for them to, even if I have to drive to where they're at, I will. I'll leave the family in Disney just to go meet Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. The final fireworks show before Disney closed, we were watching Josh, of course, and Joey was with them, and we could hear Joey. And the second we heard Joey, I just started bawling. I just started crying. I'm like, oh, he just makes it so magical, just everything.
I'm not a very jealous person, but I am, a lot of jealousy during the Give Kids the World stream with everyone there. It's like, wow, it's my dream to go, and again, it brings up the need, just to meet all of you is I can't wait. This helps. I'm hoping to get Kelly on soon and everybody else, but someday in person. So yeah, I am Disney World Freak. You guys know that. I'm here on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern with Shooting the Breeze, and Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. I have a video coming out tomorrow with an announcement on who's going to be on the stream with me Saturday. So please check it out. Hit the like button if you haven't subscribed yet. Please do so. Please share us out. Yes, we are all doing this for fun. We all enjoy it, but numbers matter. I'd like to hit that 1,000 mark someday. Not in a hurry. Definitely not in a hurry. Let it progress. But we all want to get there where I can just use YouTube and go out there and live stream. Besides that, one more person. I'm sorry, Dean at theliveplays.com.
Yes.
Yeah, you can find all of these wonderful channels in this community, the times they're on, channel names, and their content. So go check out Dean at the Live Place. He has added me on as of last week, and I am honored to be on that list with everybody else. And this sun is really starting to warm me up. If I feel like I'm in Florida right now, I'm telling you, if you can see it a little bit.
You're kind of dancing around the.
Oh yeah, it's brutal right now. I already rolled up the pants legs. The pants are rolled up. That warm in here. All right, guys, everybody, thank you for being here. We still have 12 people watching, and I appreciate it. If I promise I will get better at this chat thing. I know I missed a lot. Mikey, and Walter Grams is back in. But I appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys keep coming to these streams. I appreciate it. So until the next time, as the sun is about to get in my eyes. Yeah. This happened last time. We froze, so we dance.
We froze. I'm good at dancing. I can dance.
We're still on. This is what I did last time. This is going to be a new thing.
Coffee.
Why are we not ending?